Hey guys, it's me, guy with two hands. Here's proof, 1, 2. I want to talk about something today that a lot of people might already know about. So if you're one of those people, feel free to skip this video, unless you like all of this, in which case, please stick around. I want to talk about the difference between inner game and outer game. So most guys, when they first get into socializing and self-development, they don't really know that they're dealing with two different monsters, inner game and outer game, right? So that's why when, the first impression of the whole community is that, so what's the best pickup line? What are you talking about? There's no pickup line, right? So, so let's get right into it. I want to talk about outer game first, because outer game is actually what I was just talking about. It's all the things that you say, all the things that you do, all your routines. If you like to think you have techniques and strategies, all those things are also outer game. So everything external, right, can be considered as outer game. And that's what all the amateurs and newbies go for when they first start doing this stuff. Like, okay, so what do I say? Because you think what you say is going to make or break it, right? Whereas there is a much, much bigger part of to this game than just saying certain things, right? Which is your inner game. Your inner game is everything that you feel. Oh boy, we like to talk about our feelings, huh? It's everything you feel about yourself, about her, about the group you're interacting with, about the environment, about the weather, everything that that's inside of you, that's going on in your head, that can be considered as your inner game. Now, what are some of the big differences here? You can mess around and have fun with outer game as much as you want. You can try different routines. It can be somebody else's routine. You can try it. You can say it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You can experiment as much as you want, and you can probably get away with it. Whereas inner game is something that you want to be really good at. It's the foundation of who you are, and it's the thing that people care about the most. I recently gave a presentation about communication and different channels of communication, and in it I spent so much time talking about a concept that a lot of people know about, but barely anyone that I've seen really lives by it, which is only about 10% of your communication is your words. About 60% is your body language and your emotions, and about 30, is that 100? Yeah. And about 30 is your tonality and your voice and the way you say it, which is, again, is not something that you can copy really from somebody else, because guess what, man, people are going to see right through you if you're copying that. And that's your inner game. You don't want to be copying your inner game from somebody else. That doesn't even make sense. And what's crazy is that a lot of guys out there who try to adapt somebody else's character probably have a cool character themselves. They have cool jobs. If you're a super nerd, chances are you have a cool job. Okay, if you're a programmer, you deal with numbers and things like that, things that you think girls are not into, sounds much cooler than you think. So you want to make sure you stay true to your character and your personality and who you are, and outer game is going to take care of itself. Now, if you have a solid inner game, your outer game is not going to matter too much, because again, you can really fuck it up, and you can do really well, but what you say in your outer game basically is not the make or break it, right? That's just the point I want to make. I know people with really good, I know people who have both of them really well, outer game, inner game, and they're good at both. And I know people who have neither, and everything in between. And so the difference between people who see results and people who don't is that the people who have great inner game and the way they feel about themselves and how much they know about themselves are the people who really see the results, right? I actually have a friend of mine who says the most ridiculous thing to girls, which is his thing is basically, hey, when I talk to girls, I really get shy, right? And he can say that, which goes against all the rules that we read and everything that we've been told about demonstrating higher value and crap like that. So this guy is doing all of that, but because he's staying true to who he is, girls appreciate it. And guess what? Even guys appreciate it. When he tells me that, I actually believe him. He is great. He has so many women in his life, and most of them know that when he says that he gets shy around women, it's true. But he's staying true to that, and he's not necessarily taking pride in that, but he's not hiding it either. Anyway, the big picture is an inner game, outer game, two different things. You want to work on both. You want to have obviously solid games in both areas, but the thing that really makes or breaks it is your inner game, not your outer game. I myself have done more than my fair share of outer game experiments, and it's a lot of fun. It can be really entertaining, especially for yourself. But you want to make sure that you stay true to who you are. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Let me know what you think. Not about these shades, because I know what everybody thinks about these. You think it's cool. I know. Alright, so leave a comment or something, and I'm gonna make another video to talk about how you can be good at developing your inner game, which is very important. Okay? Again, it's me, Guy with two hands, 1 and 2, and I will see you guys next time.